Hi folks, and welcome to the Filmhomework channel. And I'm in the woods again, and after it was a little bit cloudy, the sun came out, and that's a pretty nice weather over. And yeah, and I got something for you today, which I personally find really great, and which is really great for carving. And this is another knife. It is a puukko in the best sense of the word, and it's made by Wood Jewel. I got this directly from a corporation that sells en gros birchwood burr, and met these guys on an expo, and had a really friendly encounter. And unfortunately I lost contact with the awesome people, and but this is where I got this from. This is I don't remember exactly the name. It's but it translates as Finnish pointy puukko or something like this. And because this is what it is, and I find this this thingy here really valuable for sled and for hikes, for foot prep, for a lot of things. The blade is just a fraction under 100 millimeters. It's 95 millimeters. The spine thickness is some 3 millimeters. It's got a nice high Scandi grind, and the blade is made by Laurin Metalli. And the handle consists of brass bolster with a piece of I think it's leather or fiber or something, and contrasting pieces of birchwood burr. This is rather plain and a little bit more curly at the end, which I find rather appealing, and a piece of reindeer antler, and the tang is going all the way through the handle and is pinned over a brass disc. I have had the brass discs fail on me on another model, but not on this one. This is really great. And the handle is not that traditional for a puukko, but it's also rather convenient to have this finger notch or what have you, which really aids in a lot of carving positions. It's it lends itself to a lot of slöjd grips. Well, the thing with Laurin Metalli blades is that they all come really sharp, keep an edge well. The claimed hardness is about 59 HRC. The grind was a true Scandi to 0, and I put the tiniest of micro bevels on again because I carve a lot of hardwood, and well, it doesn't come as a surprise that it's really sharp. And for feather sticking, even if you get some really lousy wood like I have, works a cinch to make really fine shavings. Also, the spine, it isn't ground at a 90-degree angle, but it also works with a fire steel. It's also really great for powerful cuts. Well, what can I say? It's just this is a really awesome knife. It's not the best knife there is, I think, but well, it's not a heebie-jeebie gubalaba. It's it's a plain knife that really works. And it's made by Wood Jewel, and you might guess what that means. The price tag is, for a knife of this quality, is outright ridiculous, because I think it's coming in at about 52, 54 euros or something, and it's not. Actually, it is not the very, very best top-notch quality there is. Some of them you need to find one that's really great, that's really perfect or something, if you need to. Sometimes they get this, their manufacturing flaws, because, well, they are made by hand in Finland at a fraction of the price of other knives, and I have heard people call this a souvenir quality, but I don't think so, because this has been on me for 13 years now, and I have really used it for a lot of carvings, and it tends to come out with the autumn season, when I just get that Scandinavian vibe, and in winter, and it's a beautiful knife. It's a versatile knife. It just does everything. You don't want to do heavy battoning because it's not a full tang, but the tang has a distal taper, and this is more stable than if it were just a stick tang. And if you get the blades, I see a lot of people doing this for convenience reasons. They grind down the tang to a stick tang. Don't do that, because this way you get a really, really harsh change in diameter, and this is a piece. This would be the part of the knife where there is a lot of force involved. You could do this if you added a rather long bolster that would distribute the stress towards the end of the handle, but if you get a tapering tang that's wide at the point of the greatest stress, look at this. This is a branch. This is how a branch works. And it works that way because it has a distal taper. If I were to I will make some a really strong change in diameter. I will carve it towards this, and if I were to break this is really easy. And if I were to carve a tip, long distal taper, takes some time. That's not as easy. The wood isn't that great. It's not a fresh wood, so that if I were to break this, you see I need a lot of more room to break the branch. And if I have a rapid change in diameter, that isn't ideal. And but the tangs on the Wood Jewel are do have this distal taper, and they're riveted against a brass disc and a solid pommel, and so there will not be a problem if you put force on it sensibly, obviously. And as I have shown you on several other occasions, if I know I get a foundation, if you want to split something, you can always don't forget to put your elbows and get your hands out of harm's way. If you would work your blade into the branch, you could also split. It's not ideal because it's bone dry and a little bit rotten already. So that's not like so. So there is not necessarily a need for battening. Also, it's a tried and tested combination to also carry an axe. That said, the knife is a really awesome package, and actually I'm a little bit fumbling for words, because actually that's all that I have to say about this. It keeps an edge well. It carves everything you can throw at it. It's even slicey. You can do most of the work in camp with it. It comes cheap, and it is not a knife that screams on top of its lungs, well, here I am. But it is a knife that really works. You might have the problem that you might encounter a Monday piece that has some manufacturing flaws, because the quality is really high, but it is not always consistent. That's a little bit of a problem, and that is obviously the cheapness of the knives, because it would be worth a lot more. Actually, I personally think get them while they're cheap, because they are. I think they will raise the prices considerably in the future, because, well, they are just awesome. And so if you are looking for a not too expensive but really value for money knife, you might want to get yourself one. They also make a lot of other models. I will make other videos about Pico Vuolo and Vuolo knife I also get from them, and these are absolutely beautiful. They transport a lot of the Nordic spirit, I think, with reindeer antler and birchwood burr. The sheaths are nothing special. I got it on my belt. I'm too lazy to take it off now. But I want to see me strip. Yeah. No, I will do, because I owe you to show you the knife of my wife. No, that's not the knife of my wife. That's you see, that's the sheath is it's made from relatively thin leather, which is glued backwards in order to act as a little bit of a reinforcement. There is a plastic inlay in it. It has a traditional leather loop to go on your belt, and the fit and finish of the sheath is really great. It is stitched together with rather thin yarn, but this is not a thin twine, but that's not a problem because the leather is also rather thin. So you don't need really strong twine to keep it all together. And it, after all these years, it still has a good retention on it. And well, what can I say? I really like this knife because it's also light. It's looking rather civil, and if you're sitting on the stump and you're carving something, people won't be freaking out. And this is something that really also works with Sloyd, because the tip is rather slender, and if you're doing the tight curves on a spoon or something, that's pretty ideal. And the steel keeps an edge well. You can easily sharpen it, and what can I say? This is what I want to say. It's just it does everything. It does everything. Maybe not amazingly or something. The Castrum is better. It's getting better. But on the other hand, the Castrum isn't as slicey, because I would love to try the Yerf series, which is a little bit thinner. The Castrum, that is. But well, this is the best compromise I actually think you could find. It's not amazing, but it's a knife that you can carry on your belt for 12 years and still like it. And I think, on the other hand, that's a pretty amazing achievement for any knife. And that's not TBGB Gubalaba, that's just business. And you can use it, and you won't cry your eyes out if you put a dent into it or something. It's a bread and butter knife for the price, but it's also beautiful, really beautiful bread and butter knife, and so you might want to get it. It's also, if you're in one for funds, you are not into a big problem. It's, as I said, I think 54 to 60, 63, 64 euros or something. And for that price tag, this is amazing. And to be honest, I got a Rosselli Carpenter Carbon with a simple carbon steel version, and this is not up to par. This is better than the Rosselli, and the Rosselli meanwhile costs an arm and a leg. The handle on the Rosselli is a little bit more comfortable even, but that doesn't mean this knife isn't comfortable at all. It's very comfortable. It's just got another more of a Sami style handle layout. And it's got it having a compound handle. The handle might be a tad less strong than the Rosselli, but the edge retention on this knife is far better than on the Rosselli. And this is something, well, if your knife costs 120 euros and is easily beaten by a knife for 60 euros or what have you, well, you might consider upgrading your steel or something, or lower your price tag. I'm not bashing Rosselli, by the way. Rosselli makes pretty awesome knives, and I love them. As I said in the other video, I'm not one that I don't have anything against Rosselli. Only that I have the only gripe I have is that well, price. If you raise your prices, you must offer something. You must. Well, one thing is sustainability, but wood jewel also work sustainably because they have to. There's no working your way around the sustainability certificates in the north. And in Finland, you need to prove that you're working sustainably in order to get a license. And that's part of your everyday business, and no one would even bother to say this is something special. So that said, that's not a case against Roselli, but a case for the wood jewel. And as I said, awesome package. You might want to give it a try, and you know, if you give it a try, and you don't like it, you haven't lost a lot of money. This is also an aspect of this knife. And as I can safely say, because it's on my belt since I think 2012 or something, or 2011, I don't know exactly, don't remember exactly. And it has seen a lot of work, a lot of hard work too, and I didn't have any problems. And this is what I can say. I'm always a little bit reluctant to say, well, buy it or something, because it's not an advertisement, but I can only tell you my experiences, and maybe your experience is a different one. And what I can also say is that the consistency of the quality might be a little bit off sometimes. I hadn't had the problem in any way. All of the knives I have are really awesome. I got one where the brass washer, where the tang was pinned against, fell off, the Isov Warlu. But that wasn't a problem because you can pin it back all right, and it's not that it were put together with shellac or Rothsil or something, where the pin is holding everything together against mechanical forces, but it is epoxied in, and so the epoxy is almost as strong as mild steel. So it wouldn't fall off if you play sensible. I will actually put on another brass washer and pin it back again, but that's nothing that would be crucial for. And I want to say the flaws in the quality are like that. I'm not. The hardness is really consistent because the Laurin Metalli blades are all tempered in the same way, and they are tempered industrially. So that's there is a really high consistency, and they are all 59 HRCs period. They are all heated to the same temperature. They are all cooled in the same manner. So what should happen there? It's nothing I'm really fond of, because I'm a smith myself, and it really hurts to say that's automatized production line is better than I could ever do this. The things that I make can be special. That's my unique selling point, if I were to sell my knives, by the way. But well, technology is for man, not man for technology. And if you can get a knife for 50 euros for everyone, you don't need to spend 500 euros or 600, 700, 800 euros for a knife with an ATC RV2 blade, which is awesome because this steel absolutely makes sense for a hard use knife. And it's not a hyped steel, but it's a really decent steel for a lot of applications. You, as a hunter, you might not want to use it because it isn't stainless, but it's best steel for the money and for a lot of applications, and it's time proven, and it's a really great steel. So if you can get a 60 euro, 50 euro knife that's on your belt for 10 years and you still like it, well, and then get yourself one. I can only recommend it. And that said, I hope that was halfway informative or even helpful in your decision. This is a knife to get started carving with. That's really nice thing to get started with for your general outdoor activities, for your camp, if you're a Boy Scout or what have you. Add a decent axe to it, and a spoon carving knife, and you'll be good to go for a lot of applications. And that's just, well, that's all there is to say. And as I said, hope that was halfway informative and helpful. Thank you a lot for watching, and enjoy the forest. Weather's fine, get out there, don't listen to a box too much, and take good care. Stay sane and healthy, as I like to say, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.